So, what's your biggest? You are the coach of the Afghanistan cricket team, but what's your biggest learning with these bunch of boys who have been doing exceptionally well with? What's your key learning with this with the bunch?
Well, I think the key thing for me is just learning, understanding the game from a different point of view, a different culture, a different way of thinking about it compared to, how the game is spoken about, thought about and coached in England, or perhaps growing up in South Africa and having another, complete culture and a different country's way of thinking about cricket, and trying to adapt to that, but also add to it to make it as good as possible. So that's been the biggest learning for me, and the thing that I enjoy doing the most.
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
A few hours ago, Colin Ackerman was here from the Netherlands camp, and I asked him about countering the spin attack of Afghanistan. And in reply, he said that Afghanistan team has 3 good spinners who have done well in the T20 format, but the 50 overs format is a bit different thing. So, as a coach, do you think if you have talent in the side, then format really matters?
I think it's about being consistent in those formats. I think our spinners are ranked quite highly in ODI cricket as well as T20. So I'm not quite sure what that sort of comment is, but I think they bowl well in all formats. So I don't think it's a case of just talent, as your question suggests. I think it's a case of experience. It's a case of nous. It's a case of assessing the conditions like our spinners do, communicating that, what length as well that spinners should bowl, having that. So it's not just about the format, and it's about the moment and the occasion as well. It's a lot goes into the melting pot to make a good spinner, certainly T20 cricket, but also in ODI cricket, where generally spinners are going to bowl with only 4 fielders out, and that's a skill in itself to be able to do that as a finger spinner and as a wrist spinner, to have the control as a wrist spinner, but also the experience and the skill as just a normal finger spinner with no mystery.
Trott, most trending question this time in all over the world is Afghanistan is going to make place in top 4 in semi-finals. Lots of permutation and combinations in your mind this time?
Well, we're not going to make the semis, by just talking about it. We have to play good cricket. So as long as we play good cricket, we'll give ourselves the best chance of being able to do that. So that starts tomorrow, and how well we start tomorrow is going to be crucial, and how well we finish. It's important that when it comes to World Cup games, everything's different conditions. We've moved away. We've had, Pune is very different to Lucknow. Delhi is very different. So that's the challenges of the World Cup: is different conditions, different grounds, different climates. So as long as we adjust ourselves well, we had a good practice yesterday. Hopefully, we have another good practice today, and we're ready for tomorrow.
Coach, there are lots of talk about Ajay Jadeja's mentorship in Afghanistan team, and what type of help you are getting from him?
Well, I think AJ obviously brings a lot of experience, having played a lot of cricket in India, and he's always a good sounding board with regards to conditions and the venues, and probably the sort of others, and also the other subcontinent teams that we've played against. Adds a lot of experience in that way, having played a lot against those countries. So that's he brings his vast experience to the players, but also as for myself as a coach, as a good sounding board with decision making and sort of planning going forward for each game, and also another good set of eyes on the players to see how they're preparing for the matches and how their careers and talent is being utilized.
Coach, are we going to see all spin attack here? That means all your 4 spinners will play here, because this pitch is more helpful to spinners, and the opposition team is not so good in playing spin.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you seen the pitch? No, I think we're gonna try and pick the side for the best conditions, the best side that we can pick. So we'll just have to see how that shapes up tomorrow when we get to the ground.
Hi, Coach. Hi. What do you think about the dew factor? How the playing 11 will be affected by the dew factor that is having here in the Lucknow?
It does come into equation, but we saw the dew not really have an effect. When India played England. So you got to weigh it up, obviously, when you're selecting the side, but also the decision to the toss. So we've sort of seen the toss not have a huge effect on outcomes of the games. And whatever we do, whether we bat or bowl first, having won the toss or lost the toss, we've got to make sure we do it better than the Netherlands tomorrow.
Can you comment on the dew factor in overall and on all the games that you have played, whether the dew factor has any role in India right now? Because in some games like India did here, the ball was turning even though there was a dew. So overall, if you can make a comment in this.
I think it depends on different types of pitches and also the amount of dew. Certainly you've seen in Pune now the pitch there, the dew has played a role in being able to chase and it definitely it's really tricky to sort of sit here and not talk about it, because I haven't played at all the grounds. You see, we've only played at Delhi where it didn't have much of effect. Chennai had a bit of an effect. Pune had a little bit of effect. So everywhere it's just a little bit. But again, as I said, the dew doesn't determine whether you win or lose, because we saw India win here bowling last against England. It's how you bat, how you bowl, and how you get yourself into the competition and outplay the opposition.
Coach, in Chennai, you guys played Noor. He did exceptionally well. Next game, he was benched. Farooqi came in, he picked 4. It's like horses for courses, as far as we understand. So how difficult it is as a coach to tell an 18-year-old that, okay, mate, you have done well, but this pitch, we are trying different combination, and you're warming the bench. So what is it difficult to have a talk?
I think it's always difficult to tell a person you're leaving them out after the way that they bowl, especially a young person who's so ambitious and talented, but also is determined to do well. But I think it's great in his attitude in Noor, I think you're referring to, that he knows his career, and you sort of explain to him this is the reasons, but well done. But make sure that you keep working hard, because the thing that I'm most happy about in that he has been with the side for almost 2 months, and he got his opportunities because he's been training really well. He took his opportunity. So there's no hesitation in picking him again if I have to, or if the conditions suggest that he should be picked. I know that he'll be ready and excited for him to play.
Did you guys know about the Champion Trophy qualification scenario before the tournament, and is it in your mind now? Right now?
I didn't know about it before the tournament. No.